Okay, show off. You go from some dirt, you come up here, you flag it, now we got a birdie shot, right?
Yeah.
Balance is crucial for these shots. We've talked about balance already a little bit with some of our swing stuff, and this is where it's crucial. How is this lie going to affect your ball flight? What's my problem solving on it? What do I need to do? To me, that's a better question. Pretty good.
I thought that was going to go in.
Mr. Perfectionist here. Yeah. Are you ready to start training?
Born ready.
Okay, so here's a little tease, right?
What do we got here?
What we got here, okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Scratch to Scratch, where I start from scratch, completely nothing, to try to become a scratch golfer by any means possible. We have one of the best coaches in the world joining the S2 family. We got Rick Sessinghaus.
Yes.
As you guys may know, the coach of the great Collin Morikawa, and we are at Chevy Chase, where he molded this man. So I kind of want to just pass it on to this great coach, to not only to talk about this course, but to talk about himself and what he's going to do joining the journey with me. So,
wonderful.
Rick.
All right. So we're ready for this journey, aren't we?
Oh, right? We're born ready.
Yeah, and golf, as we know, you started literally from nothing, and now we're going to move you all the way to scratch and beyond. And you have to have a plan, right? And you've already have these great coaches and trainers and stuff. And you can get lost that, day to day you have to do those things. What I want to introduce to you today is a little bit about the mental game and about the puzzle piece that I think is so important, right? So my background, I'm a swing coach, and I've been coaching for 28 years and been fortunate to work with a lot of really great players. And yes, fortunate to work with Collin Morikawa since he's 8 years old. to two-time major championship winner. And it's been fun seeing how you mold and develop players like yourself, swing-wise. But along the way, we have to learn how to play golf, right? So I got obsessed with the mental game. I went back to school. I got a doctorate in applied sports psychology and wrote a book, and I got a company called Flow Code. And we want to help the player now with those mental skills, which of course we're going to dive into a little bit today, a lot in the future,
yes,
right?
Sir.
and part of it, how do we learn the game, unfortunately, I think has been lost. I think a lot of people are learning in a range setting. They're learning at home and in front of a mirror and stuff. That's fine, but you think of other sports where you learn it on the court, right?
Yeah.
Here we want to learn how to hit it on the course, though.
Yeah.
So I'm a big believer in playing lessons and taking I don't care what level you are, learn how to play the game, because there's a lot of variables out there that we have to be prepared for, don't we? Which
Exactly.
we're gonna jump you into. So I'm really looking forward to helping how your thought processes are and how we're gonna get through this golf course, right? So we're at Chevy Chase Country Club in Glendale, California. Great little golf course. Nine holes, great shape. We're gonna have some holes that are narrow. We're gonna have some holes that are up and down and hilly, and greens that are in great shape, and soft bunkers, right? But that's golf, isn't it? And some people are not playing enough golf or training on the golf course.
Yeah.
So a lot of our training is going to be done out here. We're going to do multiple shots from different spots. Something I talk about all the time that I did with Collin and all my other players is we're going to do a little game out here where each shot you're going to get at least 2, sometimes 3 different repetitions on. And yes, it could be about technique a little bit, like, oh, what should I do on this upslope lie? And we'll work on that. But I want to know your decision making. I want to know why you're choosing what you're choosing.
Yeah.
And at first you're going to go, I don't know, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah,
so my role is to help you guess better, right? Make better decisions and stuff like that. As your skill sets keep improving, your decisions will be different, of course. So one little thing for all the viewers is play the course where you're at. Right? Play to your strengths. Play to your dispersion rates, where your ball's going. Play that right now. Of course, you want to get better, but let's think through these shots a little bit more. So our goal out here today is to learn how to take physical skills and play with them as we go. So are you ready to go?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do this. We're on the first hole.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase Country Club. It's actually a very short par 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And yet it plays very uphill. In order for you to make a decision, what information would you need to know?
So for this, I kind of decide, as in my skill set right now.
Yeah.
I see how tight the course is. So for me, this is
how tight. You went already to tight.
I know. The trees came out.
They're beautiful trees, though.
I know. But I'll like some of the facts would be that how far and how I'm playing currently.
Sure.
So usually I'll I'll hit this with a driver because I'm like, I just need to get as far as possible. But later down the road, I'm like, oh man, my driver isn't killing it. Sometimes my mental, as we'll talk about, kind of diminishes. And so then I'll be like, I'm going to lay it up because I know my 7 will get here and then another 5 will get there. And
no, that's great. That's strategy. And those strategies we want to be. But you're correct is that we do look at hazards. I'm going to joke with you a lot of time. But they're out there. There's trees. Okay. We, of course, want to avoid those. But we're going to go from a very broad focus to a narrow focus. Okay. We would also want to know there's elevation. We have feeling of wind right now, right? Those are external elements that are important for you to make a decision. You said something that's very, very important for everybody to understand. Is play to your strengths and play to what you know you can do. If you're slicing a ball, then I would put somebody on the right side of this tee box, have them aim left, give them more room to do that, right? So this is not about trying to hit perfect shots. Let's hit some quality shots, right? And part of that we're gonna go through with the mental game is this idea of committing to a shot. What the heck does that mean, right? So committing to a shot is that we have the best decision that we feel we have, but we actually feel we can execute the decision. Do you have that confidence to execute it? You're at a stage where you have lower skill sets. There might be more doubt on this golf course, right? As we go. So let's tee it up, tee it high, let it fly.
Let's see how it goes.
Do you like to do practice swings?
So right now I've kind of defaulted to a routine just because I needed one. So I'll do about 1 to 2 practice swings until I feel like it's okay. I'll step back and just like decide where I'm gonna aim. So right now it's more or less at that tree over there. And so I'll kind of pick somewhere that's on that line so that I could get my feet aligned for that.
So as long as there's intention with the practice swing, there's intention from being back here, I'm fine with that, okay? So let's put it together here. Commit to the shot. Okay? We're just gonna observe it and watch where it goes, right? So golf, ball, we're gonna have some good shots and bad shots. Something we're also gonna talk about the mental game is emotions, right? For most of us, there's a roller coaster ride of emotions, aren't there? Okay, but wherever that ball went, it went left. Mentally, we're gonna keep talking about focus and confidence and emotions. How'd you feel on that one?
Going in, I felt good. After seeing it, I was like, not the greatest.
Oh, but after, you could certainly say that's not the outcome I wanted. That's fine. I'm looking at in your pre-shot routine, did you get into that shot being focused, being calm, being relaxed? Or was it, oh crap, don't go right, uh-oh, don't do this, oh my, and that would be fear-based. Okay, and we want to take you from this idea of fear to flow. Where was your state on that?
So that's actually a good question because as I mentioned, I was like kind of working on some things yesterday, and so going into that shot, I was maybe 6 out of 10 committed.
Fair enough. Okay. No, and we of course want to inch towards 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And we're going to talk about focus a lot. Is in a perfect world, I say, yeah, just go to the target and swing towards it. We're going to have interferences that are going to occur sometimes. Okay, and that's normal. We're trying to minimize the interference and try to refocus as quickly as possible. So like you came to me and said, yeah, I got a lot of swing thoughts going on. Okay, can we narrow it down to 1 maybe? Can we have 1 goal in that I'm fine with? Okay, it's just when we get the muddling of so much going on, it's hard to be an athlete, isn't it? Okay, so you got another ball on you?
I can get one.
We'll get one. Yeah. Let's do it again. Okay. Okay. Just observe it. Okay. We're talking again a lot about post-shot routine is learning from shots. Right. I'm going to talk a lot about mental right now, not physical. How'd you feel on that one over the ball?
Over the ball, I was better than the previous one.
Better. What do you think helped you get better? Is it?
I just try to focus on 2 things rather than like all the different things that I was going
The baker's dozen?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, if we can keep narrowing our focus down, we have a better chance. Okay, and we'll keep working on that. So let's go ahead to the second shot now. All right, so we're on a second shot on a par 5. Okay, and what again I love about the game is so many variables. So you and I are going to keep refining your pre-shot routine. A lot of people say, yeah, I have a pre-shot routine. And then I get deeper and I go, oh, that's not really a good pre-shot routine. They talk about practice swings, this. I look at decision making, okay? So we just hopped out of the cart. My first question for you is, what are you focusing on right now?
Right now is to try to get close to the pin.
Okay, so you have an end result. And how are you going to do that?
Hopefully swing better than my previous one.
Okay, so we're going to stop using the word hope.
Okay.
So no hopefully. We have an intention now. Our intention, we want to hit it close. Okay. Second shot, par 5. What variables do we have to be aware of to actually make a decision?
So distance, of course, wind, and lie are probably the main three things.
Totally.
Yeah, for
Right.
me. Yeah.
So let's start with the lie. I think all shots are reliant on what the lie is.
Yeah.
And when I work with clients, I have one pet peeve.
Yeah.
Is I say, tell me about the lie, and they tell me it's a bad lie or a good lie.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if it's a good lie or bad lie. It's irrelevant. How is this lie going to affect your ball flight? What's my problem solving on it? What do I need to do? To me, that's a better question. If you stood over that, can you tell me the slope, please?
I'm like leaning this way.
Oh, so is it the same?
No.
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 So people see the ball, but they don't see slope.
Yeah.
Now you feel slope, that will affect ball flight.
Gotcha.
Now where your skill set's at, I always want you to go to the simplest one first, okay? Balance is crucial for these shots,
Yes.
okay? We've talked about balance already a little bit with some of our swing stuff,
Yeah.
and this is where it's crucial, right? Because the slope is going to pull you in certain directions. So lie, it always starts with lie. It's not a good lie or bad lie, it's data. Ball sitting up, we're on an upslope lie. That may make it go high left, right? You'll learn based on the more golf you play of what these variables do. Okay, I'm just here to help streamline the learning process. Perfect. Now, we go from here, and now we can go out here, okay? Now we can certainly look at yardage. So you have your laser?
Yeah. Okay. I think I had 265. Let me double check.
So we've got 265, okay?
252.
Yet it's not playing that. Why wouldn't it play that?
Because of the slope? Yeah.
Big time elevation.
Yeah.
Now when people ask, so how much elevation is that? What do you think?
I have no idea.
No clue, right? 3 feet up. But before it's like, and some lasers will have a slope finder on it. I know it's illegal in a tournament, but it's kind of a fun exercise to do. Is if you were going to guess, how much additional yardage that is on the ups, what would you say?
20.
20. Can you? Does that have?
It does.
Yardage? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. It says 264. Playing 264, it's 250. 6% incline.
It's 14, right?
14.
That's significant, isn't it?
Yeah.
And most people, they undervalue the elevation. All players have to filter that in and go, what's the best shot for me to play right now?
Yeah.
Based on the lie, based on the wind, based on these variables, and based on how we're playing that day.
Yeah.
Right? So do you have enough information to make a decision?
Yes.
Okay, what's the decision?
So just some disclaimer. Right now, I don't have the in-between club between my 5-iron and a driver. So I don't have the 3-wood, 5-wood, and all that stuff. And so I'm just going to hit a 5-iron.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, just watch it. Okay, so we're down the middle there. Okay. I'm going to keep asking this question over and over again. Were you comfortable on that? Confident?
So at the last moment, I got a little off balance and got a little lower here, and I kind of chunked it due to that. Yeah.
So your low point changed due to balance, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And this was going to pull you that way. So if we're going to hit one more.
Yeah.
In order to minimize that happening, what could we do at setup, you think?
Get more weight on the left side.
Maybe, but we tend to actually want you to be working with the slope, not against it.
I see.
We could change ball position. I could put ball a little further back because I'm already going to be back here.
Oh, got it.
I might as well, I'm going to catch it like you did on this one. You caught it a little behind.
Yeah.
Well, let's put the ball more middle.
Yeah.
And that way we don't have to make major compensations with swing or anything like that because, again, you're working against the slope, aren't you?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
So a little bit further back. I liked the motion.
Yeah.
For the most part, it was balanced on the follow-through. And it's a very playable shot. Remember, this is the second shot on a par 5. We have a little wedge in our hand next.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. We have a good news, bad news on that one, don't we?
Yeah.
A little better contact.
Yeah.
Ball went to the right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the lie, the slope, contributed to that?
I think I opened up the club face a little in the backswing.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you could feel that difference, right? But anytime we're on different slopes, it does impact our balance, which now impacts what our hands do and stuff like that. So this is why golfers need to practice out on the golf course a lot, just because there's just too many variables to perfect, right?
Exactly.
All right. Good job. Let's go on up there and hit the third shot. Going over the same stuff. Tell me about the lie.
So the lie seems a little declined, I guess.
Yeah.
Similar to the other lie.
Sure.
So I guess I would play it a little similar.
Could be.
Yeah.
And we're closer to the target now, obviously.
Yeah. Yep.
So we have a ball sitting up. Okay, that's good. And with that slope, we still know that balance is going to be crucial.
Yeah.
This might be slightly more below your feet,
Yeah.
which would be more to the right kind of biased. Okay.
Okay.
So now let's, we've gone from here first, right? And now we're going to go out there. And let's shoot our number, right?
Yeah. Got 111.
What's that?
111.
111, is that with your estimation of what the slope is?
Oh, good point, good point. So it's 112, 115. Yeah, it's 115, 5% incline.
Right. Yeah. So again, we're hoping we're somewhat in that vicinity. I get that.
Yeah.
But as you get better, you want to get more and more precise.
Yeah.
On tour, they're down to the half yard. Okay. So if we now know that I shoot the number, I add the elevation, I have some downwind conditions,
Yeah.
I want to know how firm that green is, there's slope on that. You haven't played this course before. Mm-hmm. So this green is a small green, and it has something called a false front on the front part, which is the first, I would say, 12 feet of this green is unusable because it's on a big slope. Now, you hit that, it spins right back down, you get mad because you go, I hit the green. But the proper part is that I have to get that at least hole high for the ball to stay on that green.
Gotcha.
Okay, so false front. Now, pros, they have their yardage book, they've already done practice rounds, they already know to deal with that.
Yeah.
You don't have that.
Yeah.
Yet. Okay. So now we look at the lie, we look at what's in front of us, we certainly have shot a number, and this green slopes from left to right, and we talked about that there's a false front coming off of that. And these greens are very receptive. They're in good shape.
Yeah.
They're very soft, so that ball's going to stick when it hits. Do you have enough information now to make a decision?
I would hit my lob gaff wedge here.
Yes.
Given the wind, I think he could get there over the green. But if I wanted to be safe and I wanted to go farther, I would hit my pitching wedge.
Right. And here's where it's okay to talk about where we want to miss.
Yeah.
Missing long is fine.
Yeah.
Missing short is going to come down that hill.
Yeah.
So if you're in between clubs in this particular scenario, I would go with the longer club.
Yeah.
Okay. And sometimes that'll flip. But
Cool.
okay.
Pitching wedge it is. Let's see. Slight pull.
Okay. Just watch it. Okay. It's the miss that we're trying to handle right now. Your good shot is really good.
Yeah.
But the miss is getting us in trouble sometimes. Let's go on up there.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
I want you to think about that last shot you just hit because you were in between clubs.
Yeah.
Okay. And I encourage you to go with a longer club. And you hit it solid, didn't you?
Yeah.
This is where short game is interesting because there's so many ways you can do this. Again, this doesn't have to take too much time. As I walk on here, we have like a Kikuya type of fringe. It's a little sticky.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we come on here, and can you feel the slope here?
Kind of. Is it kind of going down that way?
It's going down there, right? Yeah. Okay, look where we came from, right? Way down there. Okay.
Yeah.
It's going this way. This was the false front I was talking about before that the ball will go down.
So it's kind of like that.
So we have to get a picture of that, right? Now we look back at where we're coming from.
Yeah.
You have to determine what's the best shot for you, landing spot, and then problem solve from there.
Yeah.
Where do you think you need to land this?
I would like to land it a little on this side, such that if it rolls that way, I have an uphill putt.
Okay, so I understand left, but where physically are you going to actually land the ball?
Oh, like probably like right here.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
So let's just think about that real quick.
Yes.
Look back where you came from. That ball's going to go up in the air.
Oh man, never mind. Actually.
Up in the air.
I just.
It's going to land here, and then it's
gonna
going to have super spin to stop, right? No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
I probably need to land over here.
It's going to be bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gone.
But that's part of like problem solving it, right?
Yeah.
Is that's not going to work. You play the scenario in your head. You go, no, obviously. So now you're saying to here.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say if I get enough bounce, I would like to do it here, but I just don't want it to like stop.
This is a little sticky fringe, right? I get it.
Yeah, so like right here.
So you see, even we're talking about all the skill sets.
Yeah.
Making a decision's challenging.
Yeah.
What are you going to commit to? It's not hidden hope. That's
Yeah.
not a pre-shot routine.
Yes.
Okay. So we're making the best decision we can.
Yeah.
You believe that that's what we want. Great. Show me what that would have to occur for us to do that.
For that to happen, I've only practiced this for maybe a week or two and only gotten like 1 or 2 shots, but I would kind of just like get under it and then hit it to that area with like 25% effort.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to execute the shot, and then we'll talk about if there's anything physically we would need to change, right? Okay, so got a little short here.
A little short.
Okay. We hit a shot,
Yeah.
and I already told you, this shot is really challenging. It really is, no matter what skill set you're at.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we left a little bit of short. What was your commitment level on that one?
The commitment level was a 4.
A 4.
Maybe 3.
So what's the interference of why we weren't fully committed?
I just never been in this lie before.
Totally. It's
And,
unknown, right?
for me.
So your open stance, which I'm okay with, but if I take that club in here, there's a chance I'm going to bottom out early. Let's go along your body line to hit the shot. Weight's in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Club face is open, and we're going to go along the body line to hit the shot, and that'll help increase the ball going up in the air.
Okay.
If I take it inside too much, there's a chance I'm going to get stuck and stuff like that. I know the club face is open. That's great.
Yeah.
But now we're talking about the path on this really severe downslope lie. I need to keep the club in front of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh, still short.
But no. But here's one of those good news, bad news. I thought you hit solid contact.
Yeah.
Okay. This type of fringe area is kukui. It's like Velcro. It's sticky.
Yeah.
So you weren't going to get any forward roll.
Yeah.
So we're starting to keep things in play.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go with that next one right
Okay.
there. We know what club we're using, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So observe it. Watch it. So again, like I do on the playing lesson, we get another opportunity now.
Yeah.
What did we learn?
It rolls a lot faster than I thought, and I gotta limit the amount of backswing or
Right.
going back.
So we may have misread how fast it is. So
Yeah.
that would be a reading issue that we need to get better at.
Yeah.
And then, as you just mentioned, well, I have to take a shorter backswing
Yeah.
to go shorter distance.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you take that information, we call it a feedback loop. I take that information in and I go, ball went really fast. What am I going to do differently, right? And you keep adjusting. Okay, so now we have a different result, right?
Yeah.
And the different result was because you changed the length of the motion, right? Okay, good job. So one little quick tip, this is where I work with my advanced players a lot on, but I think you get a perspective change.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn you around. We're going to look back at the clubhouse where we came from, okay? So with practice rounds, like these tournament players, practice rounds, they're getting as much information as possible.
Yeah.
And yet, a lot of this perspective is different, right? I can tell you it's 104, whatever. Yards is one thing, but when you look back, that's a different perspective, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
Okay, so we know there's a huge elevation.
Yeah.
Now that you've been on this green, you know the slope. When we go back in time, because we're going to play this hole again in the future,
Yep.
would you do anything different on the tee shot? Decision-wise. We can always say hit better
Decision-wise.
shots, that's fine. But decision-wise?
I think I would have still hit a driver.
I agree.
Yeah.
Driver. So now we're out in the fairway 240 yards away. Would you have done anything different on the second shot?
If this is in a couple of weeks, hopefully my 3-wood's capable, but I think I would have still potentially hit a 5.
Right.
Yeah.
So far so good. Decision-wise, fine. Maybe we've learned a little bit about slopes, that maybe we put the ball position a little different,
Yeah,
something like that.
exactly.
Then we had our third shot, and again, you couldn't see the false front, you couldn't see around you. Was pitching wedge the best play or gap wedge?
Pitching wedge for sure.
For sure.
For sure. was
Right.
the-
So good. You've made good decisions on this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we had a challenging chip shot,
Yeah.
which we know that it was just flat out challenging, right? We have to have the skills to feel like we can open up the 60 and those type of things.
Yeah.
And then the putt we ran by was too fast, right? So we learned like, wow, these greens are fast, or these greens from these spots are fast.
Yeah.
So we're always learning,
Yeah.
and part of the mental game is growth mindset.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to screw up a lot.
Yeah.
Right? But we're open to learning as quickly as possible and not just, see, I'm never going to get it. It's like, no, next time I'm going to play here, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And you're going to keep shrinking down those scores because you're going to make better decisions based on your skill sets.
Awesome.
Any questions on this one?
No, it all makes sense.
Let's go to the next one.
Let's go. Yeah.
So this breeze is going to be into us, knocking that ball down a little bit. Total guessing. How much? 2 yards, 3 yards? I don't know.
Yeah.
But we have to factor it in, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. So based on that, the other things, again, more advanced, but how receptive a green is, right? Is this ball going to hit, bounce, bounce, bounce? Is it going to stick? Is it going to spin back? This is extremely receptive. The ball's going to stick, okay? So we have the breeze, we have the bunkers that we see, and then we want to make our decision. Do you have enough information to make a decision?
Yes.
What club we got?
9-iron?
Great, okay. And this is going to be a full swing?
Yes.
Great. So we have club, type of swing, and now I'm going to ask you what the shot you're going to play.
Okay. So as a beginner, the main thing I'm just basically always trying to aim for is just a draw.
Fine. So play a pattern.
Yeah. But I would just, I mean, it kind of looks like it's
There's a
declined.
pitch here. There's a pitch there. Yeah.
Aim a little to the right of the pin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would do.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We got the club. We got the swing. We got the starting line. Okay. We've talked about swing thoughts. I want you to simplify swing thought, right? What's one intention that we can have right now? It might be lower body, it might be balance. Great. That's fine to have, okay? Okay, just watch it.
I'm pulling a lot of shots right now.
Did you get your intention of lower body? Maybe you didn't quite get it there. Yeah. So we have an outcome goal. We could have a process goal, and I'm fine with that. Okay. So let's do another one.
Yeah.
Okay, committed?
More committed.
More committed, right?
Yeah.
And that's part of this process. You're going to hit some shots left, some shots right. But this part of a pre-shot routine is what's in my control. What's in my control is my focus,
Yeah.
decision making,
Yeah.
simplifying things, and then let's go. Let's do it, right? Again, your skill sets as it keeps improving, you're going to see shots differently. You're going to hit different clubs. That's fine. But right now, you got to play with where you're at. Okay.
Yeah.
Play within yourself, balance, plenty of club. Those are things that are going to help you out there. Okay.
Right.
All right, let's go. Let's finish this one up.
Yes, sir.
So, Jerome, how much time have you practiced out of bunkers?
Oh, I have never practiced out of bunkers.
Never practiced.
Yeah.
So what's our expectation on this shot?
My expectation, as a person who has false confidence, I always think I'm going to do well. But,
Okay.
But realistically, not well, probably. So my understanding is my feet has to be more or less solidified in the ground.
Okay.
I have to open the club face.
Yep.
And then I have to be about like 2 to 3 inches behind it and kind of give a little more oomph to get it
Sure.
over.
We need some acceleration on this. That sand is going to slow that club down. So let's make sure there's an acceleration that goes with it. So my thing would be lower body stable,
Yeah.
okay? And it's kind of like an up, down, through type of a motion.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. So now we got the sand
I got the sand.
too far behind it.
Way too far.
And from a mechanical thing, your low point was too far back there. Your weight shifted. Unfortunately, it shifted backwards.
Yeah.
Now your low point was well too far behind it.
Gotcha.
So I really want you to stay focused on maybe a little more weight here and keep it there throughout the whole motion, okay?
Okay.
It's pretty good.
I thought that was going to go in.
Mr. Perfectionist here.
Yeah.
Really good shot. I thought it was going to go in, though. Now, part of that, though, is we want to learn from the good shots, too.
Yeah.
You just hit an excellent shot,
Yeah.
okay? What did you learn from the first repetition to that repetition that was the difference?
So the first two, I ended up on my right. The third one, I was focused so much on this, I didn't think I had enough speed. And then I just combined the speed in the left foot,
Love
and I
Love
got
it.
it. Yeah.
Okay. So now, was that a missed stroke or a mental game thing? Was it bad decision, I still wasn't committed, I hit it anyways? Or no, I hit it how I wanted to, I was surprised that it did something?
That was not committed. I told you I was going to go directly at the pin. And when I got up here, I looked at a little bit of an angle, made a last-minute decision, and aimed right pin with the same distance.
Right. Mistakes or misses are not always physical.
Yeah.
It could have been a wrong choice. It could have been, wow, I wasn't comfortable, I hit it anyways. Those are the things that you and I are going to keep cleaning up, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, still got work to do.
Yeah.
All righty, cool. So again, we look back where we came from. If we play this hole again, would you have done anything differently if the conditions were exactly the same?
I think I would have played it exactly the same.
Drivers to play. Now target line is going to be interesting though. We have some trees on our left-hand side. If you hit it to the cart path in the distance, you're going to hit it too far.
Okay.
So you have to be left of it, or you draw it, right? Now that's more advanced.
Yeah.
But you said sometimes you draw that driver. So you have to be very clear that if you hit it straight that way, it's in the unknown.
Yeah.
Okay. It would prefer a draw, and we have to kind of Maybe go over, what do you think, that red flag maybe?
Yeah, that's where I'm trying to aim right now.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay, so
Pull
good
it.
news, bad news. Sounded solid, right?
Yeah.
Ball obviously went left, and we'll probably find it somewhere around there, and we'll still have a shorter shot. But this is where, again, it's challenging that even really good players are going to find that this has a tight landing area.
Yeah.
Okay. You want one more?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Oh, club face a little open, and it's now no.
Okay. Were you committed?
I was relatively committed.
Relatively. So we're getting a little better at that, right? Where we're making decisions, we're going with it, and that's going to be part of this process also. Doesn't a perfect mental game does not equal a great golf shot, right? Like, I feel like I have a very good mental game.
Yeah.
I still am not on the PGA Tour because Collin Morikawa has a heck of a lot more skills than I do, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
So just understand that where you're at is where you're at, right? We have some club face issues, but us making a decision, being focused on it, we need to do that now, not wait till we're a 5 handicap. It's like, this is a good time to do it.
Okay.
All right, let's go find them. So we got 109 +4 with elevation with a little bit downwind. That lie is going to affect contact for sure.
Yes.
What do you think that would do to the ball flight?
Do a lower?
Probably lower. I don't think my club can get under the ball as much. I don't think I can get a divot as much.
Yeah.
Lower on the face. Probably going to go a little further. Trajectory's lower, right?
Yeah.
And we're just playing a percentage game. That's most likely what's going to happen. Maybe it's super soft under there. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
We have to play with the percentages. Okay. So based on, you got everything?
Yes.
All right. Let's pick a club and go.
Okay.
Talk to me about what's going through your mind right now as you choose these two different clubs.
So with the wind behind us, with this probably going to go a little farther, I'm going to hit a gap wedge. The only reason I'm like hesitant was because we hit this relative same distance with the pitching wedge and it was good.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But it was different conditions.
A little bit different, firmer, definitely a firmer type here. We don't have a false front to worry about as much.
Yeah.
But I see what you mean. You're remembering past results to help you with your current decision.
But I'm sticking with the gap wedge.
All right, let's go. Okay, so it looks like a quality golf shot. Okay, were you committed?
Yeah, I was committed.
How were you committed? That was a tough shot. How'd you get committed?
I don't know. After talking to you about like all that stuff, I was like, oh, it's pretty solid.
We're making a decision, right?
Yeah.
We're not. Again, this is not about being perfect. It's about going, well, it's this or this. I'm going to do this because of this. At least we're giving ourselves a better chance.
Yeah.
Right. You still had to execute a golf shot, which you did really, really well. But again, the mental side to me is a lot about focus and decision making.
Yeah.
Then as our skills improve, we can make different decisions. But right now, I thought you made a really good decision based on the environment. You said you were committed. As a mental game coach, I'm going, great job, right? Okay, show off. Okay, you go from some dirt, you come up here, you flag it. Now we got a bird shot, right?
Yeah.
And it is important, in all seriousness, to celebrate good shots, man.
Yeah.
Right? We get beat up in this game. That was a good shot.
Yeah,
okay?
that's pretty good.
And then remember what you did out of that situation. So next time you go, oh, I did that with the feet, because we want to recall that in the future.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Dang.
Okay, finish it up. As we say, that's an all-around good putt. Okay.
As you guys know, we just finished 3 holes and it's been a great learning experience. First day here with Rick. Learned a lot, but obviously Rick is not only an expert on the full swing, not only an expert coach generally, but he's an expert and maybe one of the best mental coaches in the game. And that's what he's going to help me with, performance, mental, and all that jazz. But I kind of want to leave it to Rick to kind of talk about how we are going to be working together on the journey and everything about mental. So
Perfect.
Let's hear it. Let's go.
So when I talk to new clients all the time, and I don't care if they're beginner, intermediate, or again, I'm working with some of the best players in the world, and I ask them, is the mental game of golf important? How would you answer that?
I think it's important.
Important.
Yeah.
Right, it's a puzzle piece of many puzzles.
Yeah.
Right, of this puzzle piece. So that puzzle piece, though, are we training it? Do you train the mental game?
Not really. Like, yeah, I would say not really.
Not really. Okay.
Not really.
Most people are going to say no, right?
Yeah.
Because then it's the follow-up question is, well, I don't know how to train it. What is the mental game, right?
Yeah.
So the third question is what you and I are going to really take deep dives into is what is the mental game in the first place? What are we training? What comes to mind when I say the mental game of golf?
I think the top two things would probably be like not get overly distracted, and I guess maybe one is just like stop overthinking and kind of just swing, and then try to use that in a constant state to perform the best you can. That's like what comes to mind.
Right. So you experienced today that we put you in some situations where you kind of knew what you wanted, but there was a lot of voices, a lot of thoughts that interfered with that, a lot of swing thoughts, and so distraction now became a part of it.
Yeah.
And so there's so many skills though in the mental game that we're going to get to go into. There's some basic ones like, all the viewers out there, right? What are your goals, right? You have a very clear goal, don't you?
Very clear, yeah.
We're going scratch, baby.
We're going, that's it.
And then that goal will help us develop practice plans, which you and I are going to talk about in the future.
Yeah.
How do I get there? I have to have a training plan. Well, how many drills do I do? What do I do in the gym? We want it to go towards that goal, right? Then we have motivation, why we do something. Why are you going on this journey?
Well, I think it's just kind of my nature. When I want to get good at something, I go to every extreme to get good at it. And so this was my only route in my head, which a lot of people think it's a little extreme, but like for me, it was like, all right.
We know there's ups and downs with this already. Yeah. The motivation of why we do something. We play this game for many reasons. It could be for competition. It could be for score. It could be for being with our friends, play in beautiful places, social, all kinds of cool reasons why do we play the game.
Yeah.
So motivation is crucial. We then get into, not yet, but tournament preparation.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for a tournament? How do you get ready? Practice rounds. What do you do the night before, morning of? How do you sleep? There's a lot of things we could do to help you be at your best, okay? But really what I want people to understand is that there's three major skills, is your ability to focus on what's in front of you instead of being distracted, our ability to be confident in the shot, right? I can be the most focused individual and go, no chance, I have no chance. Doubt can get in the way a lot, right? And then we have emotions, the roller coaster ride of emotions. Are we happy, excited, or are we frustrated, right? That emotion is going to affect our thinking patterns. It's going to affect our grip pressure. It's going to affect our speed and our tempo. So the mental game, what we're working on is what we call performance state. What state are you in when you get over the ball? And at Flow Code, we talk about the difference between a fear state and a flow state. A fear state is anxious and don't screw this up and oh my gosh, if I'm going to be embarrassed and right, and they're already thinking about what's going to go wrong.
Yeah. They're
in a fear state. They get in a stress response. That means they're fight or flight. Okay, and good luck hitting a shot now.
Yeah.
Right? But a flow state is being fully absorbed in the present moment, believing we can hit the shot, being calm, being smooth, right? And accepting whatever may happen. Okay? But that's trainable.
Yeah.
So that's what's exciting, is that you and I are going to go on this journey of training your state. Like, and for you and all the listeners and viewers is, when you play your best golf, what are you thinking, feeling, and doing? That would be a good thing for us to start working towards, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then on the other side of the coin, when it's not so well, when we're playing our worst, what are we thinking, feeling, and doing? And I guarantee there's a big contrast.
Yeah.
So we need to start to train that. Okay, are you ready to start training it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm born ready.
Okay. So here's a little tease, right?
What do we got here?
What we got here? Okay. I've got this thing called Focus Calm, a little EEG device that's going to go on your forehead. It's going to measure your brainwave activity. It's going to tell me if you're focused, not distracted, stressed, right? And so by putting this on and having the app on, in real time, we can check that out, what's under the hood.
Yeah.
And by doing different things like we have at Flow Code with breathing and visualization and how we use our body, we can change that score. We can empower you to be now more in a focused, calm state.
Yeah.
And that's going to give you a better opportunity to play your best. So we got a little training to do, okay? But I'm really excited about this journey. You've been putting in the hard work, and that's part of mental game too, the discipline, the work ethic, day in and day out towards that goal. So I'm really looking forward to helping us go to scratch, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. Like I said, I will do anything it takes to get the scratch, and this is next level stuff. And so, hey, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this journey, smash that like button. Stay tuned and subscribe. Rick is going to be part of this journey for the long haul until I am Scratch Golf, to be part of the coaching staff that I already accumulated. It's going to be great, great stuff. And so until then, watch all these other videos. Boom.
Let's go.